Hey,
How you doing, broski?
what the fuck is going on? What is this Smash thing that I see on my screen? I didn't order this blank thumbnail. I ordered some League of Legends gameplay. Come on, bring it on. Come on. What the heck is going on here? I need my League of Legends.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Chill your nuts, bro. Let me explain. Smash is actually a new TV series that is about becoming a star and the desire to become a star, and is premiering first on YouTube before it goes on TV. That's crazy, right? And all you have to do is click that link in the description. It'll lead you right to that first episode. Go check it out right now, man.
Yeah, I'm still not feeling this at all. Bring me my fucking League of Legends, bitch.
Alright, well, whatever. You can be a troll all you want, but if you guys want to go check that out, the link is in the description. Please make sure you go click that. Take a look at their page. If you like the show, you can go subscribe, leave a comment saying Mr. X Spade sent you, and why you want to be a star too. What is going on, guys? My name is Mr. Spade, and I need to take a wicked whiz, so we are going to try and make this one quick. We are playing some League of Legends, and I am bringing back the Gravedigger series. Now, it's been a bit in a while since I've done this series, so for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, basically what it is where I outline my favorite champion to play in League of Legends, which is Graves the Outlaw. Go break your back on a mountain. That's from the Rammus Taunt video. If you are unfamiliar with it, please go search it into YouTube. It is freaking hilarious. But anyways, today we are going to be outlining my favorite build to use when playing Graves. And actually, this is pretty much the standard build that I use when playing all AD carries. So let's get right into this, shall we, with the first item, and this is Doran's Blade. Now, this is a pretty basic item for many AD carries, but some people really like to grab those boots of speed and the 3 health pots. Why don't I do that? Well, the major reason is because I just don't find that the boots of speed and the 3 health pots are enough to sustain you in lane long enough, and they don't really help you that much. The boots of speed, sure, they're okay, and the health pots are nice to have, but I just find that the health pots don't help out enough that it's worthwhile to grab. I find that having that extra damage with the Doran's Blade and having that extra boost in health with the Doran's Blade is a lot more worthwhile early game to have. Next, what I move into is my Berserker Greaves, and this gives me attack speed, so that's pretty damn obvious. You want to grab attack speed for your AD carries, and I grab a BF sword. Now, it's going to take me a while to get to this point. You're going to want to stay in lane for a good 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes before you even go back once. This means, of course, that you're going to have to be able to stay in lane for a while and farm the hell out of that bottom lane. That means last hitting minions, killing champions, whatever. You just need to get a lot of gold in order to go back and grab your items. Next, what I'm going to grab is a Bloodthirster and a Zeal. I usually like to wait until I have enough to buy both of them before I go back once again. Now, let me tell you something. Bloodthirster before Infinity Edge. Let me tell you why. I find that when you use Infinity Edge and you grab that first, you're just not as helpful to your team in the mid game and late early game. Bloodthirster is cheaper, it deals more damage because of that scaling unique passive, and it also gives you lifesteal. This is incredibly useful early to mid game just because it allows you to stay alive longer. It means you don't have to go back to your spawn as frequently to get more life. I find that you can rely on yourself a lot more in team fights than having to rely on your teammates to heal you or support you. It's a lot easier, I find, when you get Bloodthirster first. The only champion that I get Infinity Edge over Bloodthirster first is Ashe, because she has a passive that actually scales with Critical Strike, and that's what Infinity Edge gives you, pretty much. It's just Critical Strike. So I grab that Bloodthirster first, allows me to survive a little bit longer in-game. Then I'll go back, I'll finish off my Phantom Dancer. It only costs like 1,600 gold or something along those lines. And then once I have my Phantom Dancer, then I will go back for Infinity Edge. By this point, you're going to start needing your Infinity Edge you're finding, because you're going to need to have those Critical Strikes be a little bit higher, and you'll be able to finish off champions just a little bit easier. Now, the last 2 items you're going to want to grab, you're going to grab in the late game, and they're going to give you survivability, but they're going to heavily depend on what the enemy champions have in their build. Remember, you can check everybody's items in the game by hitting the tab button. It'll show you your champion's items on your team and the enemy champion's items on the enemy team. Now, if the enemy has a ton of armor, you're going to want to get Last Whisper. This gives you armor penetration. Pretty self-explanatory. You have armor penetration to combat the armor. If the enemy has a ton of health, you're going to want to get an item called Madrid's Blood Razor. What this does is it allows you to have increased attack speed, which is always good on carries, right? Attack speed is amazing. And it also allows you to return a percentage of the champion's health back towards that champion as damage. So it's really good when the champions have a ton of health but not as much armor, because the more health they have, the more damage you return. If the enemy has a lot of ability power or magic damage, you're going to want to get one of 2 items. Just one. Don't get both of these. It's just a waste of an item. The first item is Quicksilver Sash. Now what this does is it has huge magic resists, and it has a unique active which gets rid of all debuffs. Now when I say getting rid of all debuffs, I mean like slows and stuff like that. It's like a mini cleanse. That's the summoner spell that you can choose at the beginning of the game, or one of the summoner spells, sorry. So it's very useful if the enemies are slowing you a lot and you need to get your full movement speed and get out of there. The other item you can grab for magic resist is Banshee Field. This obviously has a ton of magic resist, and it also has a unique passive which every 90 seconds it can block an incoming skill shot. It's kind of like Sivir's shield that she can activate. This is really helpful obviously if the enemy has a ton of skill shots and they are targeting you really heavily, that you can block an attack every once in a while. Remember, you're not going to be able to get all 4 of these items, and you should always get these late game. Don't get these before your core 4 items. Now, if you follow this item build to the nail and toe, it should look a little bit something like this. Now, of course, remember, you're going to have to switch stuff around based on what the enemy has, so make sure you're always improvising and looking at what the enemy items are. Just remember to always get those 4 core items though, the Greaves, the Bloodthirster, the Phantom Dancer, and then the Infinity Edge. Hopefully in that order, but if you mix it up a little bit, you can experiment with it. I'm not going to cry too much about it. Hope this was helpful for you guys, and I hope it helped you become a better Graves player. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace!